YouTube, what's going on? BD Wolfgang 1980 here, aka Bezell, the man to see the place to be in the QCNC. Hello, friends, welcome on in. It's back. We're back. That's right. Lucha Underground Season 2 premiered last night on January 27th, 2016. Today is the 28th. We're going to get right down to it. Um, Definitely glad all of you all stuck with me during the off season. That channel actually grew during the off season, so thanks you for your confidence in me. And let's deliver it. Here we go. It's time to talk about it. Let's get, there's so much to talk about here, so we're gonna take it step by step the best we can. So please excuse my excitement. Here we go, folks. First things first, we start off in the desert, kind of like the middle of nowhere. They end up showing Vampiro, and he's in a psych ward. The little caption on the screen comes up, says 181 days without an incident. Now let's stop right here. We have now, of course, Lucha Underground is known for its cinematic kind of segments and its wrestling. But what did you all think? I need your comments. Comment down below. What did you think on just within the first 10 seconds how the presentation of this looked? I mean, knock me over with a feather. I thought we were watching a movie. I mean, they upped their game, but there's time for that as well. But let's continue here. Okay. Definitely more of a cinematic feel than last year. Already seconds in. They end up giving Vampiro some pills, and they tell him to make a promise. If you can control your anger and stay away from negative influences, we'll let you go, and promise me no more violence. So then we're taken into we see Vampiro get up and he starts to beat everybody's butt inside the doctor's office, and then he takes the doctor. He's ramming him nose down into the table, ends up biting off his ear. Ultra violent segment, well shot, well done. But then Vampiro snaps up, he wakes up, and it was all just a quick little vision or a dream. He agrees to the stipulations, and then he gets his release. So we see Vampiro, he's heading outside. Lo and behold, who's waiting for him? It's his brother in arms as far as commentating is concerned, is Matt Stryker. He says, hey, here to pick you up, Vamp, let's go do our thing. He's like, do I still have a job? He said, hey, I've been told that we're both invited to the temple. Things have changed, let's go check it out. And then from there, Stryker unveils this super tight G ride or low rider, whatever you want to call it, and they ride off in style. So first segment in the books, nice. I'm liking how we're going. Definitely up the game on the cinemas part of things. Let's see how the rest of the show plays out. From there, we see Dario's office. No Dario. It's Phoenix and Katrina. He says he wants a shot at Mio's title. She says King Cuerno has a shot at you tonight for your Gift of the Gods title, so you need to worry about that. From there, finally, it is Temple time. That's right, season 2, Temple time. Let's see what happens here. First things first, the crowd as usual, jacked to the gills. Now, up on the top of the stage, kind of where some of the wrestlers come in or luchadors come in, Mio has a throne set up, and he's keeping watch on what's going on. So he's in charge of the temple now. Okay, so we have some changes among us. Let's continue on. From there, it's temple time. Mio's watching up top. The commentator Stryker and Vampiro comment several times that he is the new boss. So that's another thing, another element to soak in. First match is King Cuerno versus Phoenix. Gift of the Gods title is on the line. Before we could even get going, we got Lucha Libre chants. Big time action here, folks, from the bell. As soon as the bell goes off, DDT to the outside from Cuerno hits a suicide dive. Phoenix answers back with a dive of his own. We get holy bleep chants before we can even get going. We get a Viva Mexico Mafia kick from Phoenix. Big time chops and kicks from both men. We get a double stomp to the back of the head from Phoenix for a 2 count. Then Cuerno says, not to be outdone. He hits the Thrill of the Hunt for a 2 count. But I'm going to stop here because I thought, even the commentators commented, that we don't see too many people kick out of the Thrill of the Hunt. And when that happened, it kind of caught me off guard. I'm sitting there like, now come on now, folks. Let's not be like other federations or other wrestling leagues and, do the false finishes too quick here. But that's just my opinion on it. Let me hear yours. Comment down below. But I thought they kind of sold the Thrill of the Hunt a little short with that quick kick out. Maybe your buddy Bezell's just too old school. Let's continue. Let's see here. Okay, for a 2 count. Then he hits a driver, which he debuted, I guess. So I've never seen this one before, and I'm not really too sure on the name. Comment down below if you're familiar with the driver that he hit. But he hits this new inverted driver for a 1, 2, 3. And now your new Gift of the Gods champion is King Cuerno. Okay, now how's this going to play out? Because we know Cuerno and Mill are, I don't want to say boys, but they're pretty much on the same page, heel to heel kind of deal. So we'll see what happens. That was awesome chants from the crowd. Definitely everybody's happy. From there, we see Angelico, Ivelisse, and Son of Havoc. They arrive, uh, coming up on the motorcycles. From there, Katrina, she meets the trio and tells them that they must face each other. Now, Son of Havoc's like, now wait a minute now. Everything that we went through to try to get ourselves back on the same page for the past year, no way. You're not breaking us up, not like that. And Katrina informs them, well, you three work it out amongst yourselves, but the winner of this match gets a title shot at Mil Muertes tonight. What's Bezell's #1 rule in wrestling, folks? Longtime friends watching me right now. Ain't no friends when it comes to world titles. So immediately there's dissension in the ranks. Ivelisse has that look in her eyes. She says, hey, I'm going to take the title. So we're already seeds have been planted for possibly a nice main event here. Either way, your world champion will be wrestling tonight. What a way to start off the show, folks. Okay, let's go on here. From there, let's see, we get another segment. King Cuerno is in the locker room. He's getting dressed, getting ready to head on out. He had on some Western gear. I believe in Mexico, what do you call that, gaucho wear? Comment down below, all my Mexican friends out there. But he looked pretty decked out, cowboy style. He says that Katrina reminds Cuerno of their deal. And Cuerno says, in English, don't worry, Mil has nothing to worry about. So nice little element there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember Cuerno ever cutting an English promo before. So I like that. We get a little cross promotion there. I like that kind of stuff. A little something for everybody, Okay? And also shows that he's a multi-talented, luchador as well. From there, let's see here. We get a fast start with multiple pin attempts. Oh, excuse me, folks. We're actually getting ready to have that match right now with Ivelisse, Son of Havoc, and Angelico. So forgive me. Because they took a commercial break and they came literally right to that segment with Cuerno. Now the action, okay? So let's get to the action. Fast start with multiple pin attempts. Eva takes over for a while, showing what she can do with her MMA background. She ends up getting pretty hot from the beginning, hitting some big time chops and strikes, but she ends up getting stopped in her tracks by a big time knee. Then Havoc and Angelico kind of go back and forth while Eva recovers, which we've seen before. They do a really good job of not overdoing it when we have male on female action. They make it as believable as they can without selling anyone short, and I really respect that about Lucha Underground. So they had Ivelisse knocked out to the side while Havoc and Angelico go back and forth, get some nice high flying. Now from there, Eva, she gets back involved pretty quick. She hits a crossbody off the top rope, big time chops. We get some snapping Muay Thai style kicks. We get a dive. We get a dive from Havoc to Angelico, and then he says not to leave anyone out. Gives one to Ivelisse as well. We get this is awesome chance. After Havoc drops Angelico with a front release superplex, Ivelisse pops up out of nowhere and pushes him off the top rope. He falls, capitalizes on Angelico by getting a quick roll up. We get a 1, 2, 3. Ivelisse, that's right. The baddest you know what in the place is going up against your world champion, Mil Muertes. Now, how on earth is this going to play out? Let's talk about it. Let's find out. So from there, we get a break. We come back. We see Black Lotus. She's approached by 3 guys in a car, van. I'm not real sure what it was. But they ask her about this underground fight club they've been hearing about lately. They ask her about this temple. So she says, all right, I can show you. Follow me. From there, Mil and Katrina come to the ring as only they can do. They are then flanked by the Disciples of Death, the DOD. From there, they clean house on Angelico and Havoc, Son of Havoc. They literally carry them out of there. So it is 1-on-1 or 1-on-2, however you want to look at it. Ivelisse against Mil Muertes, your champion. Here we go. Not to be scared or not to be intimidated. Ivelisse gives it all she has right from the get-go. She's going for it. Mil is completely no-selling her chops and strikes. From there, he spares no quarter. He starts to punish her with a big-time vicious backbreaker, multiple whips into the corners. Ivelisse actually shows some more heart, which we know she has. She shows some heart. She gets a guillotine choke on for just a second, but it ends up taking a big-time bear hug for her troubles. Later, she gets Mil in a standing armbar over the ropes. And I think, for me personally, this was one of the spots of the night because it was believable. All you MMA fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. It even had, and here we are watching wrestling. It even had me cringe just for a second. But I mean, it was an awesome spot. She had him over the ropes into an armbar, but Mill powered out of it, and he didn't make it unbelievable. He didn't try to power over the armbar. He hit her with some knees instead. So once again, we're keeping it as realistic as we can for pro wrestling. Lucha Underground, hats off, my friends. This is worth the wait so far. Let's continue on. That was an awesome spot with the armbar. He does get free. He even sells that his arm is hurting. From there, Ivelisse jumps off. She grabs him and gets him with a nice tornado DDT. Now this time, Katrina comes in. She distracts Ivelisse. Mill starts to get up and he gets ready to set up for a big time spear. He wants to capitalize on the distraction, but no. He rushes in. Ivelisse grabs Katrina, pushes her in the way. She eats a huge spear. And I was like, just like you, there was a holy bleep chant going on in my house. From there, that's right, Mill is on his knees, hands out. Mil Muertes is selling concern for Katrina. Folks, this was off the hook. If you haven't seen this yet, you just gotta watch tonight's episode. Come back, watch this video again, and comment again, please. He's selling actual concern for his manager. From there, Ivelisse tries to capitalize. We get Ivelisse chance, but Mill at this point, he hits Eva with a nasty power slam, combos it into the flatliner. 1, 2, 3. Mil Muertes wins and retains. What a match. But it's not over yet. Let's continue, okay? Katrina teases the lick of death, but instead throws Ivelisse down to the ring and she calls for more punishment. She wants her to pay for her transgressions. From there, Prince Puma, that's right, our former champion, he comes out, saves the day. He hits Mill with a couple of moves. He grabs Ivelisse, saves her, gets her out of the way. From there, Pentagon Jr., that's right, Mr. Superstar of the Year last year as far as Lucha Underground is concerned, depending who you ask. He comes in, sizes up Mill, sneaks up behind him, hits him with the backstabber. From there, sets him up for the arm breaker. Teasing the crowd. Crowd is pumped up. They're hooping and hollering. That's right. Snap. He gets Mil Muertes with the arm breaker. Mill is selling the arm. He's rolling out of the ring in pain. From there, the crowd is going completely nuts. We got the Cero Medio chants going on. Zero fear. That's my boy Pentagon Jr., so he's back as well. From there, we get our credits. But as we know, all our longtime Lucha Underground fans, it's not over there. We still get that last little teaser, and here it was. From there, Lotus and the three men, we see our boy. That's right, El Jefe himself, Dario Cueto, is waiting. She introduces them and says that these guys are looking for some action. One of them says, we're all tough here, but what's this chick doing here? From there, Lotus gives them a quick little friendly reminder of why she is there. Back fist and a chop to the throat, elbow to the throat. From there, Dario says it'll be $20 a piece to enter. And as they go in, one of them says, excuse me, by the way, who's fighting tonight? And then Dario says, you are, and shuts the door. From there, we hear punches being absorbed, we hear screams, and that's your end for your season premiere of Lucha Underground Season 2, folks. So much more to cover, so much we haven't even seen. We haven't even really had, obviously those three guys are going to be, some new talent coming in, or maybe they're just sacrificial lambs, I'm not sure. But either way, we know, it's already out there, so we'll just go ahead and say we know Rey Mysterio is going to pop up sooner or later around here. But man, just to keep it simple, they really didn't show us anything, but boy was it entertaining. We got so much more to go, so much more to cover. Thank you, El Rey Network. Thank you all the fans for making all this possible. Thank you all of you for making this possible. But I could ramble all day long, folks. I'm just still trying to come down from this fun. Man, our lives have been void without Lucha Underground. But it's back. I'm back too. Comment down below because this show is nothing without your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Go out there, be good to one another, be good to yourself, be true to yourself. I will see you later, my friends. Go Panthers in the Super Bowl. But either way, be good to one another, everyone. Peace.